It's lights out and away we go. Hamilton gets a mega start and Valtteri Bottas under pressure already, and there's trouble maybe at the back as the two Mercedes go wheel to wheel into turn one. Bottas just ahead of Hamilton from Sebastian Vettel. Perez challenging Max Verstappen. They managed to get safely at the front through turn two as well. Bottas has that lead, but his teammate is harrying all the way down towards turn three. It's Bottas from Hamilton, Vettel, Perez, Verstappen, and then Lando Norris. Great start from Norris, brilliant start from Hamilton, but Bottas kept him at bay.
Oh, that was wheel to wheel. Mercedes will be rubbing their hands together because it's so crucial they could have come together. And what a start by Sergio Perez. He's jumped Max Verstappen. That's going to hamper his progress. And I'm just watching in the distance. Where's Charles Leclerc? He's behind Daniel Ricciardo in the Renault.
Ricciardo, who started 10th on the grid, 2 places behind Charles Leclerc, has managed to get ahead of the Ferrari in these early stages. Is that the benefit of the soft tyre as opposed to the medium? DRS for Max Verstappen.
He's coming late,
He's coming late. We know what happens when a Red Bull comes late, but this time he doesn't crash into the car in front. Charles Leclerc has got past Carlos Sainz with a bit of DRS, and we then go back to Lance Stroll, and behind him now is Daniel Ricciardo because Kvyat has been overtaken again, and his teammate Alex Albon is now right on his tail.
Danny Kvyat, he's struggling with the rear tyres of Grain, and look, Albon up the inside at turn 2.
Alex Albon started 11th, Danny Kvyat started 6th, and now Albon is the lead Toro Rosso.
Here's Leclerc. Next victim is Max Verstappen. Look, he's picked up the slipstreams. I think that'll be an easy overtake.
Game, set and match to the Monegasque. How easy was that? Sainz on the hats of Romain Grosjean. The slipstream and a bit of DRS, giving Carlos Sainz all the boost that he needed. Robert Kubica is into the pits for his first change of tyres in this race. He's had a drive-through penalty. We've got 20 cars all running. Grosjean locks up, takes to the escape road, makes it rather easy for Daniel Ricciardo, lights up his tyres and might have to be coming into the pits again very shortly as the Alfa Romeo bypasses him of Kimi Raikkonen as well. Valtteri Bottas is coming at him. Someone's gone wide in the first sector. Bottas pulls out from behind Charles Leclerc's rear wing. Bottas takes the lead, retakes the lead of the Azerbeidzjan Grand Prix. And there's 2 cars down there, Daniel Ricciardo and also Danny Kvyat. Kvyat, I think, locks up a little bit. Ricciardo certainly locks up, goes straight on and might just have collected the Toro Rosso as well.
Yeah, he's just slightly overdone it, hasn't he? He's tried to break on the inside. Perfect defending by Kvyat, but Ricciardo just locking up, and you can see how long it takes to get these cars into reverse.
That's where it came. Ricciardo reversed into him. Oh dear. Watching now, Pierre Gasly looking into his mirrors. They'll keep Gasly out because it's going to help Verstappen this to see if he can keep Charles Leclerc at bay. Leclerc's going to have to leave this very late. Gasly offers the way down the inside, but Leclerc's a bit too far back. Now we'll try and get him on the run down towards turn 2, and he's not going to manage it there either. We'll definitely get DRS assistance on this particular straight, but it is holding him up. All the while he stays behind that Red Bull, and he needs to get past him for his and Ferrari's own sake, and he manages to do so. Charles Leclerc up into 5th place, took a lap longer than they would have wanted.
Oh, that's a slow Red Bull.
That's a very slow Red Bull. Is that Pierre Gasly? It is Pierre Gasly. That's really, really sad luck for the young Frenchman. The warning is there that the virtual safety car is ending. As soon as it goes green, away we go then. Valtteri Bottas leads from Lewis Hamilton. See how Max Verstappen desperate to get on the power.
And look at the rubber that Vettel laid as well, so clearly struggling for tyre temp.
I tell you what, Paul, he got close to the wall there. He wouldn't want to get much closer, would he?
It's just where it ended. He stood on the loud pedal, and look, that's what you get when you've got 850 horsepower or whatever F1 cars have got these days.
It's not over yet, guys.
It is not over yet.
Lewis will never give up. That is his, I think, key attribute as a racing driver.
Toto Wolff yesterday said we haven't got an answer to Ferrari's pace. Well, Mercedes have found it today, and at the moment on course for a 4th 1-2 of the season.
This is going to affect Charles Leclerc's attempt at fastest lap. He's got 2 best sectors, 1st and 2nd.
Well, Nico Hülkenberg is the man that he passed there to lap. Did Charles Leclerc, who started 8th and has finished 5th and has taken the fastest lap in this race. Mercedes drivers, they have been on a consecutive finishing streak of 16 races now. They've been on a consecutive winning streak this season of 4 races. It's going to be another 1-2 for Mercedes-Benz, and it's victory for Bottas in Baku. Valtteri Bottas wins the Azerbeidzjan Grand Prix. It's lights out, away we go, and Hamilton gets a very good start. He's wheel to wheel with Bottas already. Behind them, Sebastian Vettel and Max Verstappen, and it's Hamilton and Bottas wheel to wheel, and now Vettel's joining in on the action as well. Into turn 1 we go. Vettel locks up, goes wide, Hamilton into the lead. Bottas gets through in second. Vettel is compromised by Charles Leclerc. Max Verstappen ahead of Leclerc, and now Pierre Gasly going wide through turn 3. But out in front, Valtteri Bottas not getting the best start. Hamilton leading as down the inside goes Kevin Magnussen on Daniel Kvyat.
Yes, he logged his front brakes, didn't he, Vettel? He had such a good run through there. The two Ferraris nearly connected for good measure. Vettel didn't run too wide, so he was able to rejoin the track without going through the penalty zone there, and he got away with that, and somehow there was no contact.
Quite a bit of a flat spot front right.
That is not going to be very nice going down the straight. It'd be like riding along with a 50-pence piece as a tyre. And Sebastian Vettel just looking in his left wing mirror there to see where his teammate is. Now moves over towards the inside of the track, lets Charles Leclerc through on the racing line, and the two Ferraris do swap places. Leclerc is up in the 4th place. And the Alfa Romeo having a bit of a battle at the moment. Danny Kvyat there, who's trying desperately to find a way past Kimi Räikkönen, and is trying round the outside at turn 4. You don't often get past there in Barcelona. Wow, nice move indeed. Meanwhile, confusion reigning at Ferrari, and still Seb's behind Charles.
Yeah, Leclerc spent the whole straight looking in his mirror, and there goes the switch.
Not where we were expecting it. Should have come maybe down the main straight, maybe should have come about 3-4 laps ago, but that sounds like a repeat of something we said about 20 laps ago. This is how Danny Kvyat got past Kevin Magnussen. Magnussen went to the right, and Kvyat reacted very well to go to the left there. That was another good move from Danny Kvyat. Lando Norris has gone off. Lance Stroll has gone off with him in the racing points, and I wonder if this means a safety car. Norris has managed to get back out on the track. There's a lot of gravel as he goes right across the track there.
I'm sorry, guys, I'm out.
Can you bring the car back? Can you bring the car back?
No, I can't. I'm sorry, guys.
We can see this incident once again. Norris on the inside catches that right-left wheel of the racing point. And yeah, to blame. And I wouldn't be at all surprised if the stewards have a look at this one, because he hadn't made the corner.
I'm going to a racing incident on that one.
Lewis Hamilton is now flying, trying to get the jump on the rest, as it's like the fastest, longest train you've ever seen going through that chicane, and Hamilton seems to have survived the restart. But look, Sebastian Vettel is now under pressure from Pierre Gasly, as I mentioned. Gasly's going wheel to wheel, and on the Charles Leclerc. Sebastian Vettel putting pressure on Max Verstappen. Magnussen on the inside of Grosjean as well. Leclerc ahead of Gasly. Grosjean goes wide in his battle there with Kevin Magnussen. Rejoins just in front of the McLaren of Carlos Sainz, but now Pierre Gasly's in trouble, and Kevin Magnussen's alongside him on the run down towards turn 4. On the inside, Kevin Magnussen, can he get past Gasly? Gasly's hanging on in there somehow, now has the inside line to turn 5. One of the Toro Rossos, Kvyat, I think, into the gravel, but coming back out onto the track, and somehow they all emerge pretty unscathed there. Magnussen's defending thin air again. Grosjean knows he's going to do that. He's gone round the outside, and once again Romain Grosjean has to go to the escape road.
Round that bollard.
Goes round the bollard, rejoins in a safe place. As there goes Carlos Sainz on Romain Grosjean down into turn 1. Sainz is on the inside. Grosjean's been forced wide again. And this time around, can he come back out in front of Carlos Sainz? Yes, just He's getting used to taking the long way round at the end of the main straight, Romain Grosjean. Right, I think we can watch Carlos Sainz again. It's not a replay. He's gone a different way this time around, and he's got Grosjean before the braking zone into turn one, and Carlos Sainz is up into 8th place. And it's going to be Lewis Hamilton. He's going to see the checkered flag first and claim a hat-trick of Spanish Grand Prix wins. Lewis Hamilton wins the Spanish Grand Prix, and for the 5th time in a row, it's a Mercedes 1-2 as Valtteri Bottas comes home second. Max Verstappen claims a podium, and Ferrari, with Vettel 4th and Leclerc 5th, are left wondering, what do they do and where do they go from here? Where it's lights out and away we go, and Hamilton gets away well. Bottas tries to cover off Verstappen, and then comes Sebastian Vettel. It's wheel to wheel, Bottas and Verstappen. Bottas just squeezes past the Red Bull there. Giovinazzi and Charles Leclerc taking the inside line, which you're not supposed to do at the start, as they try to stay out of trouble. Through Massenet we go. Hamilton ahead of Bottas, Verstappen, Vettel, and then Daniel Ricciardo ahead of Kevin Magnussen. Two Toro Rossos almost getting in a bit of a heat. Nico Hülkenberg behind them. Leclerc goes around the outside of Lando Norris, and there's contact. Kimi Räikkönen on Lance Stroll. Stroll was just straightened up a little bit there by the Alfa Romeo. They all managed to get through the Lowe's hairpin. Charles Leclerc gets past Lando Norris and up into 13th place.
That was pretty bold, and you need a compliant rival at some point in there.
The Ferrari has got through. The defence from Romain Grosjean didn't pay off there, and Leclerc did get through at Rascasse. You've got to hand it to Leclerc. That was pretty smart.
Oh, that one didn't work.
It didn't work at all. Charles Leclerc's gone for it again. This time he tangles with the Renault.
The Ferrari spun by itself. I don't know if he's tapped the barrier on the inside. He hit the barrier with his right rear.
We have a puncture.
Oh dear, and he's now shredding the tyre to pieces and possibly causing a lot of damage, Charles Leclerc.
He's ripping his own floor apart. You have to come back slowly. He's angry, he's frustrated, he's dissecting his own car. It's got to be almost walking pace.
Bottas is away, and that must be an unsafe release, because Max Verstappen has come out at the same time. They very, very nearly touched as well. And Max Verstappen has a 5-second time penalty for an unsafe release. Now we have got a car park at Rascasse. George Russell, Nico Hülkenberg can get past, Robert Kubica can get past. Kubica and Leclerc are kind of stuck there, and this is blocking the track. Double waved yellows. Russell gets going, Leclerc gets ahead of Giovinazzi. But what caused this? Let's have a little look now. Down the inside goes Giovinazzi and spins George Russell round. Perez get caught up as well. Charles Leclerc retires from his home race, and what a wretched home race it's been for him. Now this is Kimi Räikkönen.
Again, it just drives into me.
We saw it, Kimi, we saw it. We have you on board.
Just watching here, Kevin Magnussen and Sergio Perez going into the chicane. Magnussen defending hard and rubbing wheels there with Sergio Perez before he then has to cut the chicane to stay ahead.
Man, Kevin got the chicane. I overtook him and he got the chicane.
We've got half the field all in one place, including the leaders trying to get through the back markers.
This is going to get a bit exciting now as Hamilton manages to lap Lance Stroll, who keeps out of the way of Max Verstappen as well. The car in front is a Williams of George Russell, keeps out of the way. There's a chicane appearing at the back as Valtteri Bottas gets compromised a little bit by Lance Stroll, and it's getting even worse for Valtteri Bottas. Vettel skipped through, and Bottas now is stuck behind the racing point.
Yeah, Stroll will not be very popular with that one with Valtteri Bottas.
We're going to lose this race, but I can't look after this anymore. They're dead.
So Lewis, just thinking about it, if we manage to the same pace as the cars in front and you can still hold Verstappen behind.
I can't keep the car behind. Bono, Can you not see that?
Yeah, no problem, Lewis.
Lewis needs this to rain for his particular race afternoon.
Sebastian Vettel, who you could argue, with Verstappen having a 5-second penalty and Hamilton struggling, is still sat in a very nice position as well.
I don't know what you're thinking when you keep these tyres on, man. You need to hope for a miracle.
Mode 7, when you're ready, Max. Mode 7, to the end.
Verstappen has been given more power. You have overtake available.
Oh, that's great news.
Is he going to send one? Is he going to send one?
Lewis parks the car absolutely perfectly. Now Verstappen tries to switch back. That was super driving, that. Here goes Verstappen down the inside on Lewis Hamilton. They make contact. Hamilton has to cut the chicane. Verstappen does as well. There was definite contact there as Verstappen sent one into the chicane to try and get past.
Yeah, just turns in. I'm trying to overtake.
Hamilton's now going to make it 3 victories around the streets of Monte Carlo and extend his lead at the top of the championship. Hamilton wins the Monaco Grand Prix. Sebastian Vettel and Valtteri Bottas cross the line, and with Max Verstappen's 5-second penalty, they will take their place on the podium. Carlos Sainz, Danny Kvyat, Alex Albon, Romain Grosjean and Daniel Ricciardo will complete the points. For Mercedes, it has been a week where they have mourned the loss of their teammate and friend and valued team member Niki Lauda.